purposes and also just to see how it does. I think it should be okay in the laning phase, but then outside of that, I don't think Fredrin can keep up with her movement speed, right?
I mean, I feel like in the conversation, Fredrin jungle or EXP, in my head, if your build is going to be Thunderbelt, then it would probably make more sense let him be in the EXP because he's probably going to be able to get more stacks because you're going to farm in the lane, not in the jungle where there's higher chance of you meeting someone to actually, you know, get your auto attack in.
And you get access to Flicker, which all junglers wish they had it built.
Right? Yeah, no, legit. Honestly, that should be the end of the argument. But now, EVO's Holy has jumped into the draft alongside of AI Esports. AI Esports banning out the Chip and the Fanny. EVO's Holy focusing on the mid lane, making sure that Jushin is not up. So even they don't want to pick it up for themselves, as well as Lu Yi.
But
and
why?
Matilda.
Oh, okay. All right. Really changing it up here. I think that EVO's Holy wants to streamline AI Esports' response. Do they want to give... I mean, now that Jushin is gone, do they want to give Suyo over?
What else is good to be banned here? AI Esports, if they don't want to ban Suyo, Hilda is a good shout as well. Because Hilda really does win that lane. And maybe... you know, maybe Ying needs a better time in lane so that he can actually rotate because every single rotation, I see Fluffy there first, but instead they banned the Eve, which kind of show they want to use a utility jungler here.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see how they're gonna play. Suyo is gonna get given over to EVO's Holy. I expect to see the traditional answer here. You know, textbook answer. We want Alpha. I mean, Bane, if you're feeling really zesty about it, or if you're AI Esports, they got locked in the Fredrin. No, they go for double tanks.
No, get it. This is their strongest opener. Something about the Myanmar region, like they prefer second pick so that they can get this combo first. So usually this is the way that they draft. Pick up Gatot, pick up Hylos, and then third pick your jungle assassin. For example, a Hayabusa. Go through your other phase, and then whatever mid, whatever gold lane is completely fine. If you pick up the Hayabusa, high chance that you can win this one.
Okay, all right. Let's see whether or not it's going to be the Hayabusa or EVO's Holy has like a direct answer to it, because again, in a majority of those games, Cho was the go-to ban. I'm kind of surprised that they locked in CC pretty early on here.
Yeah,
but I guess, you know, they're like, whatever, let's go for it. We're gonna go for the CC. Goes well into both Gatot and as well as Hylos, and we're also gonna get the Aurora. You called it, LaFell, right on the head.
Yeah, so AI Esports is using their best draft possible, and when they're doing this kind of draft, they're even open up of using scaling marksmen, something like the Claude, because they're very comfortable that they know the Hayabusa is gonna get those early kills. And with this kind of draft, I've seen different mid laners being used alongside with it. And it really depends on draft. If there's not a lot of dashes, they'll pick up something like the Kadita. If there are a lot of dashes, if there's an impactful ult, they can pick up the Valentina. So the last two picks, very flexible here, Gideon.
Okay. In my mind, the things that are coming to mind based on what I'm seeing from EVO's Holy, I'm thinking like Valentina is pretty decent no matter what. If you want to get really risky, but also like double down on your composition, Lilia also works out really well as a mobile,
yeah, I agree.
Mobile pillar for your team. A mobile anchor was the word I was looking for. But what's this about the Grok? Every single time that I've seen AI Esports go into the second banning phase, they're really worried about this Grok overall. Like, I understand that it does have some, you know, strengths in terms of wave clearing, anti-CC, opening up the map, and disengage. But other than that, those are the like 3 out of the 4 things are punishable, and even so, more so in this meta where they've reduced the health, made sure that yes, he does damage, but not enough to clear an entire wave without taking a concussive blast, and not to mention that everybody outranges him.
Alright, so EVO's Holy made their research as well, banning out the Kadita, because EA Esports brings in the Kadita as the last pick. But this also shows that EVO's Holy might want something like the Beatrix, where the Kadita can counter because the Beatrix needs the Flicker and not the Purify. So it makes EVO's Holy be a bit of a conundrum. Usually they pick up their gold laner here to hide their mid, but after Kadita gets banned out, I'm not so sure if that's still the way that they want to go. Which, by the way, I like that Tigro ban because we see what the Tyrael did just now. Oh, and they pick up the Faramis. In a way, this kind of makes EVOS Holy good idea to pick up the Beatrix now, because Beatrix can handle the Faramis quite well. Or if you want to go even local, Melissa.
Oh, Melissa's also not a bad option here. I think Beatrix is probably their safest bet, because at least then there is a reason for you to optimally rush a Wind of Nature, not having to worry about having to pick up like the Trinity builds of that sort, because you're kind of locked into the first 2 items once you start that Trinity build. EVOS,
and then AI, they can finish this up either with a Harif or a Natan, maybe even a Claude, because all 3 heroes fit their draft, or I would say fit their playstyle quite well. Beatrix picked up, but the Minotaur as well. The Minotaur is a very interesting pick here. Only 34% win rate though.
Huh.
But this is a good shot if they want to pick up the Harif here, because I don't see like a lot to, but they go with the Natan instead. Natan, Harif, Claude, either is good for AI.
Yeah, I think that Natan is a little safer in this particular case, because at least, you know, Natan only has to respond when necessary, basically just wants to stick with Lina during these team fights for a majority of it, and then kind of follow along with the rest of the team. There is anti-synergy if they do go for the Claude, as much as Claude is able to kind of keep up with pace with the rest of the team. But what do you think, LaFell? Like, I want to say AI Esports, but I do see this Minotaur capable of turning things around.
I see where you're coming from, because I feel like EVOS Holy, that draft is countering what AI is supposed to do. So logically speaking, it's good that EVOS Holy got this draft. But for AI, this is one of those things where you trust your instinct a little bit more. You trust your training. AI Esports is coming in to this match with their very best draft. If they win, great. If they lose, no regrets, because this is what they're very comfortable with. So it's kind of one of those things where if you crunch the numbers, EVOS Holy got this one. But if you're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna trust my instinct, I feel like AI got this one.
Alright, so it's instinctual or technical. Which is your favorite as we head on into the decider match? This is for a qualification spot and not having to play an extra match against TLID in the lower brackets of 4-2s. For now, it's going to be EVOS Holy on blue side up against AI Esports on the red side. Good luck to both of our teams.
Something to note here as well, they decided to put Hylos in EXP to go up against the CC, which is a very bad matchup for the Hylos. So whenever we're looking for turtle fights and such, look at EVOS Holy to have the advantage, unless a good gank comes from AI Esports.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I feel like both are pretty much in the same barrel. Wow, Flicker coming in for Erlan as well. A re-gank coming in from Black to really mess up this lane.
Look at Natan. He has a very defensive build here. He has Vitality and Tenacity. So he's really considering that he's going to get ganked a lot.
He's not entirely wrong here, especially with Black consistently just being on this side of the map, forcing motions coming out from the side of EVOS Holy. We don't expect much to happen until level 4, but right now a really good free setup coming in from Ying. He wants Fluffy to stick his nose out.
Yeah, and we saw that PS considered going for that dive, but maybe seeing Kids there makes him a little bit hesitant. But now, looks like EVOS Holy, they actually want this one.
Well, they could. PS, he's not jumping in just yet. He's hovering around. He's already gotten the same amount of camps as Kids at this point of time. If they could, I don't know, steal away a camp this time, because his purple buff isn't back up, and he did start on his orange. So at this point, we're expecting EVOS Holy to have the advantage and also take first turtle of the game.
Yeah, Kids is in good position here. Ying as well, not having level 4, 25% HP. This is not good for AI.
Okay, alright. Netherrealm already coming out, 3v1, and the taunt goes clear. It was so easy for them. They walked in, got a free turtle. They gave the turtle over to EVOS Holy, but they're going to be walking away with at least 2 kills. Make it a third for this next one as Cry forced the Flicker out of there. Good lord, let the man walk away. Won't let him happen. Eats tower shards for breakfast. Will give this kill over to Kids, but at what cost? It was a roamer in trade for 3.
Yeah, but it's... In a way, look at what happened to the EXP lane. I feel like 2 minions was eaten by the turret. So they're really putting Fluffy down here. Like, a lot of things happen. And this is one of those butterfly effects where it looks like a small thing. but it can really ramp up to become quite ridiculous. AI Esports really did well there. The moment I see it, they're not looking good. They won. I feel like that's my fault. My bad.
Honestly, kinda, because Maykid's just ate it. He took the taunt, he ate the taunt, he ate the damage from Black, he ate the damage from Lina as well, who was conveniently getting free Ghost Bursters over a turtle, and 2 of the members, one of them being Maykid's in that scenario. I don't think Maykid's realized how much danger he actually was in.
Yeah, I feel like he tried to outplay that, like saving the dash, but and probably he was thinking, there's no way they're gonna contest this, right? I mean, like, come on, look at Ying, level 3, 25% HP, no way, right?
No way.
And then comes in Lina, and it's like, oh my god.
I mean, they could look to try and go for a repunish Maykids, and as well as Fluffy, forcing Lina back out into the lane. PS, he's just chilling here. He's unfazed by Ivan throughout this entire match. And has been pretty much in covert ops the entirety of the game. Hasn't really shown himself that often as well.
Yeah, AI Esports so far, if we look at all the lanes, they're really trying to freeze the lane on their side of the map. So they're in the mindset that they want to turtle in. They want to get farm first.
Here comes Ying right on top of Krite for now. They're going to be contesting 50-50, but Maykid's easily is able to take that the turtle away. Frigid Breath and Glacier coming out from Krite to slow down the Netherrealm, and now with nothing left, they're going to get run down like the animals they are, as EVHL's Holy shoos them back into their own jungle, and Ying dove underneath the turret just to make a statement that nobody is safe.
This is the kind of fight you would assume was going to happen based on the draft, because EVHL's Holy has the counter for everything, because the CC is good against high HP heroes like the Gatot as well as the high loss. Krite generally is good against Gatot and high loss again, and the Beatrix is good against Lina, which is using the Pheromones. So overall, EVHL's Holy is, even though they were losing in the early stages of the game, they don't let that get to them. Like their mental ability to just like not tilt and then just, okay, you know what, whatever happened in the early stages of the game, whatever, let's get something for ourselves and equalize the game. And that's what they did. EVHL's Holy just equalized the game. But is that a good thing? Because AI Esports and EVHL's Holy, not gonna lie to you, Gideon, even I'm not so sure which one scales better.
Yeah, I have zero clue. I would imagine that AI Esports is the one on a hero to hero. Actually, no, I can't even say that, right?
Because Beatrix scales well, and technically, people say CEO late game is not good, but his damage is good. You know, you can't deny that he has damage and he has Lord priority.
I agree.
Especially compared to Hayabusa.
For sure,
and,
for sure.
And AI Esports, Lina scales well, Alita scales well, so for me, it's more subjective, at least in my perspective.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think if it does come to ultra late game, EVHL's Holy is going to be the one generally ahead, because I think that Maykids should be able to out-sustain both Black and as well as Ying if it ever comes into that type of 2v1. It seems unlikely, but let's say it's like ultra late game, then I can sort of see it. But here we go. Trying to fight for space once more. Fluffy is going to open up the map with the yo-yos to start. Just spacing them out, using Krite as a landmine detector, searching for these explosives. Ying comes in. Glorious Pathway doesn't connect all the way. It does get onto Erland, but at what cost? As Krite has completely deterred PS from going deeper into that fight. He's already used the quad shadows, and they have to wait the full rotation as the rest of the team is getting peppered down one by one, and PS cannot get into this fight. Double knockup with a flicker coming in from Ivan. Beautifully played with the help of the Minoan Rage. They take mid-tier 1, and it's all starting to collapse down on AI Esports' feet.
Gideon, that was disgusting.
That was gross.
In a beautiful way. But let me just say, AI Esports, if they want a shot at winning a team fight, they need to take care of Krite. Krite is becoming a problem. Krite is controlling Black, controlling Ying, and every once in a while, he's able to control Lina as well. One hero shutting down at least 2, that's not a good team fight ratio that you want. And according to the items, Lina doesn't have anti-heal so far. So even though the Minotaur isn't really all that tanky, the Minotaur can give heal, which is not getting disrupted by the itemization of AI esports.
Ah, this is why you always gotta go. Oh, wait, hold on. Purple buff, was it stolen away? No. What? Wait a minute.
Actually, I'm not so sure. I couldn't see it.
Wait a minute. I'm going to assume that Maykids was able to get it. We'll cut over to Hayabusa in just a little bit here. It felt like, yeah,
he doesn't get it. He doesn't have it.
That was his orange buff. That's really, really sad. Oh my goodness. And now they're just going to get sieged out completely. Because I think my biggest issue right now is that AI esports, as much as I want to believe that, yes, they scale pretty well, they don't exactly have the best high ground defense, right? A lot of it is pretty much based on Lina and as well as Alita, and Lina has to get real close to that wave to effectively blow up that wave.
At least now Lina does have the glowing wand, so if they're going for a prolonged team fight, it's not as punishing. But I don't see a prolonged team fight here, because if Pride is able to get 3 members, AI Esports is going to have a difficult time responding.
I think they got to force it out of him, right? Oh, here we go. Glorious Pathway once again. Frigid Glacier only going to land onto Warwick's one target here. But the Minoan Fury is out. The Netherrealm saves everybody's life here. And now the free hits coming in from ya boy Alita. Doing just enough. They find one into Fluffy. They could continue to push forward. And it looks like that first overextension was Ying. Oh, man. Waiting on Krite's cooldowns. I mean, it's really just... they're just waiting for spells. They're just waiting for spell rotations.
I mean, as I was saying, now that they have the glowing wand, they can go for more prolonged team fights. And we saw that in the team fight, they were able to get, well, the first kill in the fight. But forcing it out, I think it's not a good idea because you cut the healing in half, but 50% heal is still good.
It's still pretty decent. I think that at least Alina might be at 2 items at this point, if not... What? Where did his health go? Oh, just the tip of the iceberg there. It's still getting chunked out a decent amount here.
And Airline can attack from afar.
Ooh.
What damage? I feel like it's 67 to 70 damage per hit. And yeah, dude, Beatrix is coming back. I mean, Beatrix is already back in the previous patch, but with the Malefic gun, so many marksmen is gonna be like objective taking gods, man. Yep.
I mean, it feels a little bit bad. It only feels a little bit bad if you're very much like a Trinity build, fan. If you're all about that Trinity build, I think that's the only build that suffers because it's just one of those things where I have to get it as a 4th item. I can't just like first item rush it.
Yeah, honestly, which makes me consider picks like the Clint and such could force it. Berserker Fury and then Malefic gun could be good.
Oh, that would have been... Never really thought about that. But first, let's see whether or not PS is going to be able to get into this fight this time. Frigid Glacier once again being thrown out to disengage, but now...
Look at Black.
He jumped in pretty far. Oh, does he find the kill, though? He does! He kills Arlen. Mayland trades in response. Ying now saved by the Netherrealm. PS thinking about going back in. Haven't seen him use his ult the entire time in this fight. And finally, he does. RNG not on his favorite still. And we see the Alita on the opposite side. Oh, dodges away perfectly, but still gets jumped on by Maykids with the Blade Surge. What used to look so good for AI Esports, taken down by Asuyo.
Dude, Maykids is in an anime at this moment. It's called Naruto, probably. I don't know. But it's like AI Esports had the good start, but then he's like, both Maykids and Black gave off the same energy of saying, fine, I'll do it myself.
I have to get it done for my family. I must
Isn't
do
that
this.
Paquito's line?
That's how I imagine Paquito, just being an anime protagonist, because that's what his voice lines keep reflecting time and time again. I think, well done to Maykids for now. He's 8-1-1. I don't think anybody is beating him in a 1v1 anymore. Like, it's not even going to be close. I think that only Alita has a chance, but that's assuming that he has, like, a Winds of Nature.
Now, AI Esports, this is going to be very stressful because Maykids has priority over the Lord. I don't know how they can steal this away.
No, it's not even close. Even the quad shadows didn't make it in time. Ying, even with a vengeance, doesn't matter. Blade Surge does connect onto 2 though. Netherrealm blown up. It wasn't. Where is the Netherrealm? It looked like it didn't even exist as Alita gets chased down by Fluffy. Finally, the vengeance times out, but it's too late because they see the Suyo in the backline. Quad shadow comes out. Finally, we do get the steal coming in from PS. He might get a second one. Breaks it out. Blade Surge instantly into the Soul Sever. Goodbye, sir. That's a wipeout for EVHL's Holy.
Yeah, and the Lord is marching as well. Lina is up, but this is going to be a very tough defense. EVHL's Holy has the priority to actually win this one. And I gotta say, it was quite unfortunate during the Ogi Shadow kill. It went towards the minions. So, yeah, less damage was able to be dealt there. But yeah, EVHL's Holy right now. Very good position. Look at you. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! It is literally the perfect it is the perfect threshold of having just enough attack speed and the extra range, on top of the fact that your weapon happens to slow your targets when you connect the first time. Oh, sorry, when you connect it at all. It is just working out great. This is like the 4th time we've seen a Beatrix just do that to somebody with a Bennett.
Let me just say, Gideon, I'm gonna have a love-hate relationship with the Malefic gun.
Oh yeah, I can see it happening as well. I don't know how to feel about this as well. But here
we can ban items, and let me just tell you.
Hey, Monton. Instead of global bans, give me item bans, you know? No Winds of Natures. Oh my goodness, that'd be crazy. All right, here we go. The final end game here. We see that EVHL's Holy just gonna back out of it. They're gonna wait for the next Lord to make it happen. They don't mind AI Esports reaching the 42K mark.
So while things are going on, me and Staffa had a conversation yesterday about I have an item that could make certain fighters and tank broken. So it's like you have an item that has extra range, right? So you provide something that no other things can provide except for Leila scaling up her ult. What about an item, a defensive item, that gives you taunt?
Like an active ability?
Yeah. I'm thinking the best way you could do it is an active ability if you can trigger it. I don't see any way to make it fair. So active ability sounds the fairest way to do it. Imagine it. Belleric, Argus, Aulus, heroes that just wants you to keep fighting them. Maybe even an Alucard.
I need to know, how big is this taunt range we talking about?
No, just
here?
basically like a Gato Kacha taunt.
Oh, so it dashes you in a direction. It's not like a petrify where you click it and it pops.
The end of the dash, there's the like a circle, maybe a little bit smaller than the high loss second skill.
I think that'd be too busted. I think that not only fighters would use that, to be honest with you. If it gives you distance and it potentially crowd control somebody, I think that would be kind of insane. We'll get back to it in just a bit because right now, oh wait, Alita using the entropy to close the distance does not find it. I think AI Esports, they just wait for the cooldown to come back up. But EVHL's Holy, they've got 3 pushing waves. They are not pressed for time at all.
I mean, not only do they have pushing waves, they have heal, Gideon. They can do this all day.
They can sit here all day, all night. And AI Esports, I don't know what else they can do at this point. They have to send the men down to the bottom side, and when that happens, we should see a full rush from EVHL's Holy to either fight or take this Lord.
Yeah, and they see Alita. That's it. Ying goes in.
Oh, he tries to Cosmic Seal. Oh, make it. Still is able to make it happen. The Netherrealm is already gone, and Ying has no health to survive. Alita is going to try, chunks out Fluffy, but thankfully, with the Vengeance, buys an extra couple of seconds as Lina is the next to fall into the hands of Suyo. The rest of the team have done their job. 3 for nothing with 2 low members who refuse to touch their fountain. Why can't they touch their fountain? As EVHL's Holy now pressing in for the win.
Dude, Make It, having a maniac. Make It looks like an angsty teen at this point.
Oh man, he's that one kid at the back of class you shouldn't be